I guess first I'll say I'm cautious about the word leader. Not that it doesn't exist, not that you don't need them, not that they're not useful. Our society has an unhealthy relationship with power. We've inherited it. I see it in people who are eager to take charge of things. It's important to lead from behind, unless it's time to lead from the front. Right? One of my favorite things, a professor I had, he said, it depends. It depends, right? Are guns good or bad? Well, it depends, right? Are you hunting? Are you being attacked by a bear? It depends, right? It's the same thing. Sometimes the thing that we identify as leadership is someone being in charge and up front. That's the most useful thing. And sometimes you need that. And then sometimes you need someone who can let other people hold the space and let everybody else be in charge while they support. And that's the leadership. That's my preferred style, mostly because it preserves the autonomy of people. And when we're dealing with members of our community who have had their autonomy taken from them repeatedly, it's really important to be able to support their autonomy and to nourish it. So I guess my first tip is, one, be skillful, lead how you need to lead when you need to lead that way. And then two, as much as you can, support from behind. Give the space for people to be wise, to be powerful, to be knowledgeable, creative, and hand over leadership in as much as you can, in as many ways as you can as you go. Like, easy example is, like, it's really easy to give out, like, you don't, like, if you have a group of youth, sometimes if you were to step back, it's Lord of the Flies, right? They're not ready for that level of power. They're just going to tear the circle up. It's going to be a mess. They're going to be mean to each other. You're going to hate it. They're going to hate it. But what you can do is you can invite everybody to come up with a question, and each week someone gets to ask their question and they get to do the talking piece. So leadership doesn't have to be like leadership, right? Or leadership is like, there's levels in which you can hand off power to people. And my thing is, like, be willing to support people in taking over your process at the level that they can, so that you're less and less and less and less and less in charge, so that if someday you leave, they already have it all anyhow. I guess maybe the second bit would be prepared to replace yourself. You shouldn't be there forever. Like, this shouldn't be your thing forever. There should come a time when people that you spent a lot of time with take charge of it and you support from a distance, and then at a certain point they don't need you anymore. I think that's a healthy leadership style. It should never, to say it should never be about you is not fair. It's important to feel like you're useful and like you're purposeful, and that's okay. It's just, it's about planting trees, for other people, and leaving something so that other people can take charge of it. I think that's important. That's the first thing. The second thing I would say is, I don't know, don't worry about it so much. Don't try and do so much. Don't try and change so much. Don't try and make things happen so much. If all you do is show up in a way that's meaningful, and you show up with, like, real humanity, and you have healthy relationships, you have done your job. Honestly, like, if all you do is you show up and you build healthy relationships, that's it. Doesn't matter if you do the thing, or you break people into groups, or you do the cool activity, or they learn this particular skill, or they learn how to regulate their nerve, whatever. None of that matters. What matters is that you showed up, you got to know who people are, they got to know who you are, everybody felt like you connected. The end. The people were seen, heard, and loved. You're done. That may be it. I mean, that's probably not the end, but I mean, those are the biggies for me. You know, is have a healthy relationship with sharing power, and let connection be the sole purpose of your showing up, period. Because you'll never be disappointed if that's your goal. If your goal is to connect with people, you never fail. Never fail. Even if like you get like it's a difficult situation and it's a hard connection, if you get that one little moment where like you understand each other and you're cool, you've succeeded. It's much easier than thinking, man, I'm going to change people's lives and they're going to understand how to be calm. That won't necessarily happen. You may not get none of that. You may show up and like you're expecting to teach people breathing techniques and you spend like half an hour with like 4 kids arguing with each other and you're trying to settle them down. And then the other half an hour, like you guys hang out, you color and you talk about something. You won. You won. You had a relationship. The end. So those are my 2. That's it.